Fingerskate selective. Fingerskate selective. Fingerskate selective.
FSS's Tape and Box Workshop.
What up, everyone? Welcome to today's Tape and Box Workshop. Now, what we're going to be making today is a grind rail. Now, I'm going to be making a very simple grind rail that I think everyone out there can make. Now, originally, I was trying to make one out of pins. And what I did was I took an empty Bic pen, not like this one, this is a Sharpie, but you know how you can take apart a Bic pen and you have the empty barrel? Originally, I was trying to make the grind part with an empty Bic pen, and I was trying to use caps with cardboard at the bottom as the base. And I tried a few different ways, and there was really no way to make it solid enough to fingerboard on. It just kept falling apart or falling over to one side or the other. You really have to go really overboard to make it super solid that way. So I came up with a different way that I think everyone will be able to make, and it's not the coolest looking thing, but it does work. So what you're gonna need: scissors, and you have to be very careful with these, shipping tape, the wide packing tape, whatever you call it, a can of warm soda or pop or whatever you got, and an old DVD case, preferably one that you don't use or you don't need anymore. Now, instead of using a DVD case, I myself am going to use an old PSP case. Now, the reason I'm going to use this PSP case is because, as you can see, it's not as wide as the DVD case, but if you don't have a PSP case, a DVD case will work. So don't worry, if you don't have a PSP case, DVD case will work. So don't worry about that. And the last thing, this is optional, is a thin piece of cardboard. Alright, now some of you are gonna laugh because this is super duper simple, but trust me, it's a lot easier doing it this way than trying to use the pins. Alright, basically all we're gonna do is try and get this set up on edge like this so we can use all of this edge here as our grinding surface. And this is plastic, it grinds very good, it slides very good. Now, the can of pop comes into play. Now what the can of pop is gonna do is it's gonna hold it up for us. So, you're gonna want to make sure that your case, whether it's a DVD or PSP, is up and standing straight up and down. Then you're going to take your can of soda, juice, whatever you got, put the case right up against the flat spot. Then you're going to tape all the way around it in like a triangle. Then what that's going to do is that's going to keep the case from leaning one way or the other, and it's going to keep it solid. So I'm going to go ahead and get a big long piece of tape ready. Big long piece. Make sure your parents don't mind that you're wasting tape on this project also. Now the tricky part, I'm going to take my case, I'm going to take my big long piece of tape, and I'm going to set it on the case right along the bottom edge. I'm going to try and flip it over. Alright, now I've got the tape along the bottom edge of my case, so I'm going to set the pop on there. This is the tricky part. You got to set it on its side so that you're sure everything's level. Writing surface. Then pull one piece around, then pull the other piece around. Make sure you're not taping up at the top here because that's your grinding spot. So there we go. It's not going to lean that way. It's not going to lean this way because it's a big can of pop there. That's pretty solid with just one piece of tape. So now what I'm going to do with the optional piece of cardboard here, which you don't have to do, but I'm going to line this up with the edge, marker right here about how wide I need to cut it. I'm going to cut a piece of cardboard the same width as the PSP case or DVD case, whatever you're using. Then I'm going to decide about how tall I need it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And all I'm going to do here is make a little wall rag type quarter pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of tape about the same width as the cardboard. I'm going to tape it flat against the case. Make sure that it's not on the top or over the top because that's your grinding area. You want that all clean. Now, get one more piece of tape ready. Same width as the cardboard or close. Make sure the ramp is where you want to use it at, probably right about here. Tape down the bottom. Then it's super duper light and it pushes it backwards. So we're going to go ahead and do an emergency tape down. I'm going to put it right around the can and then right down on the table. Now I got the can taped down too. If it's still poking up like this, I guess we need a couple emergency pieces. Alright, there we go. It's pretty ridiculous, I will admit that, but as you can see, we got a good grind rail, 100% unobstructed. Then we've even got the quarter pipe. So this is what it is, super simple. Make sure you guys make one. It can be with a DVD. The only thing with a DVD is it'll be a little bit taller, which is cool too. That's fun as well. But make one, take a picture of it, and make sure you send me a picture of it to FSSPICTURES@yahoo.com. Then on my next tape and box workshop, I'll show a picture of yours. And make sure you include your YouTube name in the email. Alright, so now I'm going to do a couple tricks on here for you, and make sure you make one. Very simple, anyone can do it. It is what it is. This is my grind rail. Here we go. know what you guys think about that ramp. I know it was kind of weird, but it did actually work. So what can you do? Make sure you guys comment right down there with the ramp I should make for the next Tape and Box workshop. Also, if you guys remember on the last Tape and Box workshop, I made a fun box. I asked you guys to make one and also send pictures so I could show them on here, and you did.
Let's check out your ramp.
Frankie Finger Dance.